Hey tag team, Allison Roberts here from Kingston, Jamaica, and I am back with another tag. Tag means talk about grace. Today's tag theme is shame. S.H.A.M.E. shame. Satan has ambushed my encounter. The word of God says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimonies. And a lot of people have been silenced by shame. Satan has ambushed my encounter, and so I do not want to speak about it. A lot of things happen to persons that are bad things, and so we feel a way about having those things being a part of our identity. But when we take it from the perspective of hope and of grace, to know that we face so many challenges and we have overcome by God's grace, then if we share our stories from that perspective, then it will bring empowerment, then it will encourage others. But sometimes we think about it as, boy, people in my business. And you know how that is, because once you release that testimony, once you release that story of you being raped or you being molested or you being someone who used to be a thief, someone who used to be a criminal, no, that is in the hands of anybody to use it how they please. And sometimes that sends an image before you, and people hear, oh, that girl over used to, they didn't hear the part about the fact that you overcame through grace and how those things shaped you into a better person and gave you capacity that enables you to help another person because of your experience and the growth that you have experienced and received through those experiences. So you may be further ahead in finding coping strategies or having healing that you can share with somebody who is just having those encounters, and you will be able to bring them along much quicker than if they would have gone through the process by themselves to receive their healing or their deliverance. A lot of us have the victory of many persons hidden, shut up in our mouths because of shame, because Satan has ambushed my encounter. I will not speak because I'm thinking, what is somebody is going to think of me? They know me as this person and I've created this persona and this image, and now my story and my experience is going to shape that and color that differently than what I want to present myself as. But God is calling us to use our testimonies to show that we were nothing when He found us. And it is that His grace is what brought us into overcoming, into success, into being a better person, in taking ourselves out of where we were to where we are now. It is not the fact that you went to school now, so you took yourself out of poverty, or you're a doctor now, so you are presenting yourself as that, and the past of me living in a shack doesn't matter. But that word and that story that is in you is a word of hope and victory for somebody. If I can tell you that I used to live in a shack and now I've worked, God has created the opportunity for me to work my way up to now being a doctor, owning 5 houses. Why wouldn't I share that story? It's a story of overcoming, but the fact is that we want to present as we have it all together and we've had it all together all along. But that shame is holding back somebody. That shame is holding and cutting off somebody's hope, somebody's lifeline. We know that our lives is not our own, and it's very difficult, I'm not gonna lie, to believe that the things that I went through, the things that I have done, the things that I'm doing is basically for somebody. It's to create a mirror image. It's to create the vision of God working things out in my life. When I take that perspective, it is like, okay, this is not me. It's not my story. It's God's story. And at that point, you are able to share. And a lot of us may feel like our testimonies are boring because we don't go through no bag of exciting things or crazy childhood stories and childhood drama. The simplicity of your life tells the story of God's goodness daily. So don't think that you have to be a person who going to say, I was a gunman and I used to do drugs and I used to boom flick off a wall and shoot up people. And then Jesus saved me. And like, you know, everybody loves the fanfare of those stories. You know, I was molested as a child and I'm an overcomer now and I'm a counselor. Yeah. What about the fact that, listen, when I was a child, I used to miserable. You know, those little simple stories. Don't feel like your testimony is too small. Don't feel like because you hear somebody next to you, a friend of yours, a family member, share and their testimony seems so great to say what they've overcome, and it brings excitement and to itching ears. You know, stories bringing excitement. You know, it's not about that comparison. It's about the fact that God is working in and through your life. So tie up the shame there, chop down the shame there. Do not take the ambush and share your testimony so that, you know, the world can see how you have overcome. Yeah, the Lord is doing a great work in each of us who are submitted to Him, and trust me, your story might be able to help somebody so much more than you would ever know. So don't keep silent. Don't keep silent. Share and shred up the shame. Have a great week, tag team. Bless you.